Hi guys, it's Kelly. I'm back today with a morning flow to help you start your day. So if you have 2 blocks, you can grab those and a strap. But if you don't have those, no worries. Just grab a towel or something you can use as we work into some stretches. Let's get started. Okay, so take your blocks and set them up on your mat. One will be to support the base of your head, and the other will set up right at the base of the shoulder blades. So about right here. And it might take a little finagling until you get comfortable, but I'm gonna put mine on the medium height here, but you're welcome to start on the low setting as well. So right at the bottom of the shoulder blades, and then take your other block and position your head. If you'd like a little more lift, a little more of a pillow, you can put it on the highest setting as well. I'm actually gonna do that. Good, you might have to move your ponytail. Nice, so take a moment, settle in. Allow the shoulders to fall open and close down your eyes. If it would feel good, you can take your Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out wide. If not, just leave the legs out straight. If you don't have blocks, you can just lay flat on your mat, or if you have a pillow to put underneath the shoulder blades, you can roll up a towel. If you are flat on your back, see if you can walk the shoulder blades in towards each other just a little bit to lift the chest. So we just want to feel the chest higher than the shoulders as we open up and surrender. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Feel the belly expand on your inhale. And as you exhale, the belly button moves a little closer to the spine. One more inhale. One more exhale. And bring the knees towards each other. Extend the legs out straight. Use your hands slowly and mindfully lift yourself up just enough to remove the blocks. Set them out aside. Good. And then lie down on your back just for a moment. Completely flat. Notice how this feels different. And then bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug. We'll start waking up the legs and the hips and the hamstrings now. So take your strap or your towel if you have it, and wrap the strap or the towel around your foot. You can also use a belt. And keep a bend in the knee to start. And we'll take some leg pumps here. So straightening the leg and bending. It's okay if it doesn't straighten all the way. We're super early. And I'm actually feeling my hamstrings from yesterday, so be kind to yourself. Keep the foot flexed. Good, and then leave the leg straight or as close to straight as possible. And then start to straighten it all the way. That might mean you have to bring the leg closer towards the back of the mat. Press the foot into the strap. And then release that press and start to pull the leg closer towards the nose. Keep the foot flexed though. So we're stretching the back of the hamstring. If it feels good here, you can straighten the bottom leg. Keep it active and engaged though. Flex the foot. On your exhale, guide the strap a little closer towards the face. Awesome. Now for one of my favorites, try to keep the leg as straight as possible and let it guide out towards the right. Slowly though, very slowly. Keep pressing the foot into the strap, strap into the foot. So that isometric push-pull contraction. Breathing. And then come back up. Take the strap in your left hand, let the leg fall over and a twist to the left. Right arm can come in a T. You should feel this on the outside of your right IT band. And then coming all the way up, switch it out. So I'm just gonna stick my left foot in the strap and bring the right sole of the foot down, starting with some leg pumps. Good. Just warming up the hamstring here. We always want to protect our muscles and never go to our edge too soon. So this is us telling our hamstring, hey, we're gonna work here in a minute, but it's early, so don't work too hard yet. Good, start to straighten the leg. Maybe the foot comes down slightly, or the leg rather. And then as you exhale and it feels good, bring the leg closer towards the face. Extend the right leg out, straight and strong. Just waking up the body this morning. Notice how the muscles are feeling after sleeping. One more exhale. And then guide the left leg over to the left. You can use your right hand to press on the right hip and keep it grounded. So we want to avoid rocking up. I'm hitting my furniture here, so maybe you are too. It's okay. We do what we have to do in the space we have, right? Okay, inhale the leg up, switch the hand with the strap, and guide the leg over to the right. Nice yummy twist. Inhale the leg back up straight. Release the strap this time. Bring both knees in towards the chest. Nice. Give yourself a little hug, rock around, massage the lower back. Good. And then we'll rock forward and back, coming up to a seat. Cross-legged seat here. Sitting up nice and tall. Close down your eyes. Softening the shoulders. Blink the eyes open. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, twist to the right. Nice gentle spinal twist. Should feel good. Stay in your twist. Lift the right arm high. Take a side bend to the left. Oh yeah. Keep rotating the chest open. Inhale, back up. Unwind, arms come high. Take your twist to the left. Ground the left fingertips down behind the hip. And then keep the right hand on the right thigh. Lift the left arm high. Take your side bend. Opening up through the left shoulder. Good. Place the left hand back down. Reach the arms high. Exhale, fold over the front legs. Feeling into the hip. Inhale, back up. Plant the hands behind the hips. Fingertips point towards the hips. Elbows draw in. Press the hips high. Press into the fingers, into the knuckle mounds. Exhale, lower the hips. Nice. Switch out the cross of the legs and we'll just walk the hands out in front of us, leading with a nice flat back. fold forward. Surrendering on your exhale. Inhale, walk it up. Fingertips plant behind you once again. Press down, lift the chest, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips down. Good. From here, swing the legs around. Find your tabletop pose. And we'll move into some cat-cows. So really press into the knuckle mounds, press into the fingertips to protect the wrist. Inhale, belly low, heart lifts. Exhale, back round the spine, gaze to the thighs. Inhale. Exhale to round, maybe bending in the elbows if that would feel good. Finding some movement. Waking up in the body and the spine. One more cat pose. And then find your neutral spine here. Good. Take the right leg. Kick it over to the right. Left leg, foot plants. Open up. Modified side plank here. Getting long in the left side body. Good. And then stamp the left foot down. Keep the left leg straight. Gate pose. Side bend to the left. And if it would feel good, bring the left hand up to the right wrist. And let it help guide you in your side bend, maybe a little deeper. Awesome. Mindfully plant the hand back down. Come back to a tiger pose. So lift the left leg. Get light in the right arm. Gaze just above the fingers. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, re-extend. Make sure you keep the left shoulder over the left wrist. Crunch it in last time. Inhale, re-extend. Good. Plant the palm and the knee back down. Tabletop pose. It's going to the other side. Left leg swings to the left. Plant the right foot down. Open up. Modified side plank. Gaze under the right arm if it's comfortable. It should feel really nice on the side body here. And then bring the right hand to the right hip. Lift up into your gate pose. Straighten through the right leg. Right foot is all the way on the mat. You can use your right hand to help deepen your side bend. Nice. And then come back, tabletop. Tuck the toes under, find your way to your downward facing dog. And just take a moment here to bend the knees as we continue to wake up the body. Just making today about feeling good. Let's bend the knees, bring the belly close to the thighs. And then launch off, press into the toes, forward to your high plank, and then bend the knees, come back to your turbo dog. Belly comes to the thighs, and then come back forward to your plank. So taking some spinal waves here, waking up the body, lubricating the spine and the hip joints. And then after your last one here, shift back, find your downward facing dog. Lift the right leg high. Square hips to start. So flex the foot, toes point down. And then stack the right hip over the left. Lift the right leg. And then bend the right knee. Good. Working here. And let's take some hip circles. So rotating in the hip. Getting the synovial fluid moving. Switch directions.
Good. And then re-extend the leg high, square off from the hips. Inhale, crunch it in. Place the foot in between the hands. So lower the back knee, shin and foot down. Low lunge. Rise the arms if that is comfortable. Hands can always stay planted for a little more support. Exhale. Straighten through the front leg. Runner stretch. Drag the right hip back into the hip socket. And then plant the front foot. Plant the hands. Tuck the back toes. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Square to start. And then stack the left hip over the right. Keep the left shoulder pressing down. It's going to want to open up, but staying square in the body. And then bend the left leg. Heel comes towards the glute. And we'll take our hip circles once again. Working up the hips. Other direction. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Low lunge. Arms rise. Exhale, plant the hands. Left leg straightens. It's okay if it doesn't straighten all the way. This is all about feeling good. So know where your edge is. And never push your body past the edge because we don't want to get an injury. And do our practice because we want to help our muscles strengthen. Good. Come forward, plant the foot. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Knees come down to the mat. Being kind to ourselves this morning. Bend the elbows. Come all the way down. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Elbows hug in tight. Inhale, up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up, baby cobra. Just a little left. Exhale, lower. Bring the fingertips to the edges of your mat. Inhale, up. Maybe a little higher. Exhale, left shoulder dips down, gaze over the right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, left shoulder dips down. So you should feel this around the top of your shoulder, the one that you're dipping down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower down. Good. Press your way back up into a tabletop. From here, walk the hands out. Keep the hips stacked over the knees. Maybe come onto the forearms, maybe the forehead or the chin. So letting the chest melt down. And our puppy stretch. And inhale, back up. Good. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Send the gaze to your hands and tippy toe all the way to a forward fold. Feet can be hips distance here. Take a ragdoll. Let the body just surrender to gravity here. So shake the head yes or no. And release the hands down, and slowly we're going to come all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come up and back. Nice. Feet come together. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps way back. Inhale, the arms reach high, crescent lunge. Take a little bend in the knee here. Scoop the hips forward so you feel a little more on your hip flexor here. Engage through the right outer glute, your glute medius. Breathing. playing with a few arm variations today. Let's eagle the arm. So left comes under right. Elbows across from the shoulders. Good, and then start to hinge the belly forward. So we fly the arms parallel to the left leg. Good, then release the arms, step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, shift a little forward, lower halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose, step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Take the bend in the back knee. Tuck the hips under just slightly. And then see if you can straighten the back leg. Notice how your hip flexors feel. Eagle the arms left under right. So the opposite way, you can always grab onto your shoulders if this is not feeling good this morning. And then hinging forward. Listen closely. Focus your mind, start to shift the weight into the right foot. Step the left foot forward, chair pose with eagle arms. So you come up just a little bit with the upper body. Release the arms, chair pose. And stand tall, maybe take a little back bend. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Nice. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, this time step the right foot back, spin the right heel down. So look at your feet, set up heel to arch alignment, our warrior two position. Right arm forward, left arm back, cartwheel up, warrior two. Sinking in here, breathing. Gaze over the left middle finger. Active arms. Inhale, straighten the leg, gaze high. Exhale to bend. Inhale, gaze high. Exhale to bend. One more inhale. Arms high, exhale, bend and hold. Flip both palms towards the ceiling. Gaze towards the back hand. Bent knee triangle. Back of the left arm presses against the inside of the left thigh. Gaze comes towards the right thumb. Good. Come back up to your warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Good. And then come back to your warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Reach long through the left fingertips, sending the right hip back. And then find your edge in your triangle pose. Scooping the left hip under. Good. Windmill the right arm towards the front of the room. Finding that side stretch again. Good. And then bend in the front knee as you come back up to your warrior two. Hands come to the hips. Toes face the long edge of the mat. So we are parallel with the short edges of the mat. Hands come to the hips. Draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Nice flat back here as you fold forward. And stay with the hands on the hips until you reach your edge, and then bring the hands to the ground. Shifting the weight a little more forward into the toes. We have a tendency to go backwards here. Right hand comes towards the outside of the right calf or the right thigh. And then begin to twist the upper body towards the left. Try to keep the hips square. So maintaining where your hips were in your fold. It's natural, they're gonna move a little bit. And then walk the left hand out. Maybe walk it a little more towards the right as you twist and gaze under the arm. Good. Come back to center. Other side, walk the left hand over. Grab a hold of the outside of the leg, or if you can't get there, just walk as far as you can. And then twist over to the right. So straightening the right arm, walking it over to the left. Keep shifting weight into the toes. I know we've been here a while. Good. Unwind. Hands come to the hips, rise all the way up. Beautiful. Switching to the other side, bend the right leg. So warrior two towards the back of the mat. Gaze over the right middle finger. Inhale, arms rise, straighten the leg. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend and hold. Flip the palms. Gaze towards the back hand. Bent knee triangle. Back of the right arm presses against the inside of the right thigh. Really rotate the shoulders to stack. Gaze towards the ceiling, or if balance is a challenge, you can keep the gaze at the floor. Remembering to breathe, finding your breath. Inhale, back up. Reverse your warrior. Right arm is high, left arm is low. Keep the bend in the front knee. And then come up to a straight leg here, arms out in a T. Reach long through the right fingertips, send the left hip back, triangle pose. Right hip rotates under. And then windmill the left arm. Feeling more of a side stretch in the left side body. Good. Coming back up to neutral. Hands to the hips. This time we'll take our goddess stance. So separate, so the toes point out, the heels point in, and take a deep squat here. If you need to separate your feet a little more, feel free. Rotate the thighs open. Tuck the tail just slightly and sink down. Arms come out into cactus arms. Breathing. Good. Let's eagle the arms once again. Lift the heart, lift the chest, challenging the balance here. Good, unwind star pose, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Awesome. Let's take a step, feet together towards the middle of the mat. Inhale, arms come high, exhale, sit back in down chair pose. Get light in the right foot, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, figure four. Hands come to heart center. Sit back and down, stretching the hips. Breathing. The more you bend in the standing leg, more balance is challenging, but also the more stretch you get, you can even bring the hands lower to help guide the right thigh open. Good, stay here, or if you want to challenge your balance, start to take a twist over to the left. Maybe one day the right elbow finds the right foot, maybe not today. Come back to center. Rise up, uncross the foot, shake it out. Other side, inhale up, chair pose. Ground down through the right foot. Lift the left leg. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Sit back and down. Hands come to heart center. Focus your gaze just in front of you on the floor. It'll help with balance. Good, the more you sink down, bend in the knee rather, the more stretch you'll feel. You can guide the thigh open. Good, and if you'd like, taking a twist over to the right, however deep of a twist you want. We haven't done a ton of twisting today, so I'm gonna stay upright. Then come back. Come all the way to rise, left foot plants. Inhale, Arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward. Walk the hands out. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, shift forward to your high plank. Exhale, lower down onto each forearm, forearm plank. And then we're gonna work our dolphin just for a moment. This is one of my favorite poses, so why not? So shift the hips up towards the ceiling, gaze towards the toes. Start to walk the feet in just a little bit. So it's like our downward facing dog, except we're on our forearms. Notice if you're shifting forward and press the shoulders back. A few breaths here. Good, and then walk the feet back, forearm plank, lower the hips down, Sphinx pose. Lift the chest and draw the shoulders, the chest through the shoulders. It's like the elbows are going towards your hip pointers. So we're super active here. If you were not on your mat, maybe you could glide yourself across the floor. You're isometrically pulling so much. Good. Exhale down, crocodile pose. Stack the forearms. Connect with your breath. Good. Bring the hands alongside the body. Legs nice and close together. Inhale, legs come high, arms fly high, locust pose. Small sips of air. Exhale down. Stack the forearms the opposite way. Just a little breather here. We'll come back into our locust pose. Feet rise. See if you can bend the hamstring. So bend the knee, just like we did in the beginning when we were taking our hamstring pumps. See if you can reach back and grab onto the tops of the feet for your bow pose. If not, just keep working the feet together or come back to your locust. But once you're there, inhale, up, bow pose. Press the feet into the hands, hands into the feet. Knees draw towards each other. They want to splay apart. Keep breathing. It's okay if you're rocking, it means you're breathing. Exhale, release, hands plant, press it back. Separate the knees, wide-legged child's pose. Come all the way up. Rock off to one hip. Swing the legs around. And lowering all the way down, so arms extend, straight legs. Slowly working the core as we slowly lower. Once you arrive, everything comes in towards the chest. Setting up for our final poses to help round out our morning practice. A bridge pose, hands plant on the mat. Knees are hip distance. Inhale, press into the feet. Lift like a wave, lift the hips. Engage the glutes. Press into the heels. Breathing. Exhale, lower the hips down. Windshield wiper the legs. Let one knee drop in and then the other. Bring the knees towards the chest. And use the right hand to guide the knees off to the right. Spinal twist. Inhale to center.
Exhale, knees guide off to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Separate the knees, bring the arms through, grab a hold of the outside of the feet or the shins or the thighs, wherever you are today, and pull the feet down as you press the feet into the hands. So we're really working the hips here. Option to switch the grip to the big toes or the edges of the feet and take your straddle, straightening the legs. And bring the feet together. And however you would like, if you're wanting more core, you can lower the legs down straight, or you can just come into your Shavasana, rock the shoulder blades underneath to elevate the chest just slightly. Close down your eyes. And just rest here for a moment before we start our day and the busyness that might be awaiting us. Take this moment for you to let go of that to-do list and just be appreciative of your body and yourself and all those around you who support you and lift you up. And when you're ready, begin to awaken your body. Tiny movements or a full body stretch. And then come up to a seat, however you'd like to get there. Sit nice and tall. Thank you, friends, for coming on this morning journey with me. Hope you have a great rest of your day. See you soon. Namaste.